In a heartwarming display of community spirit, a group of dedicated volunteers has breathed new life into a 120-year-old abandoned house, transforming it from a dilapidated relic to a stunning piece of restored history. This remarkable project, undertaken by a team of free cleaners, has not only saved a piece of local heritage, but also inspired hope and unity in the neighborhood. The house, a grand Victorian-era structure, had stood neglected for decades, its once proud facade crumbling under the weight of time and neglect. Overgrown with vegetation and marred by graffiti, it had become an eyesore and a source of concern for local residents. Many feared it would be demolished, erasing a significant piece of the area's architectural history. Enter the Free Cleaners, a group of passionate individuals dedicated to preserving and revitalizing forgotten spaces. Armed with cleaning supplies, tools, and an unwavering determination, they embarked on what seemed like an insurmountable task. Their mission, to restore the abandoned house to its former glory, all without charging a penny for their services. The cleaning process began with clearing away years of accumulated debris and overgrowth. Volunteers worked tirelessly, removing truckloads of garbage, cutting back invasive plants, and carefully excavating buried features of the property. As layers of grime were stripped away, glimpses of the house's original beauty began to emerge. Inside, the team faced even greater challenges. Decades of neglect had left the interior in a state of severe disrepair. Peeling wallpaper, rotting floorboards, and collapsed ceilings greeted the cleaners at every turn. Undaunted, they meticulously cleaned each room, preparing what they could and documenting areas that would require professional restoration. One of the most remarkable aspects of this project was the discovery of hidden treasures within the house. As volunteers carefully sifted through debris, they uncovered a trove of historical artifacts. Vintage photographs, antique furniture, and even personal letters from the early 1900s were found, offering a fascinating glimpse into the lives of the house's former occupants. The cleaning team's efforts extended beyond mere tidying. They took great care to preserve original features wherever possible, recognizing the historical value of elements like ornate moldings, vintage doorknobs, and period light fixtures. Their approach was not just about cleaning, but about respecting and honoring the craftsmanship of a bygone era. As news of the project spread, it captured the imagination of the local community. Neighbors who had long viewed the abandoned house as an eyesore began to see it in a new light. Many were inspired to contribute to the effort, offering donations of supplies, refreshments for the volunteers, and even their own time and labor. The transformation of the exterior was particularly striking. The once dull and peeling paint was carefully stripped away, revealing the original wood siding. Volunteers painstakingly repaired damaged sections and applied a fresh coat of paint in historically accurate colors. The result was a facade that not only looked clean and well-maintained, but also faithfully represented the house's original appearance. One of the most challenging aspects of the project was the restoration of the house's intricate Victorian-era details. Ornate gingerbread trim, which had been damaged or lost over the years, was carefully recreated by skilled volunteers. The wraparound porch, a defining feature of the home's architecture, was rebuilt, complete with period-appropriate balusters and decorative elements. The landscaping around the house also received a dramatic makeover. Overgrown bushes and weeds were replaced with a carefully planned garden that complemented the home's Victorian style. Heritage plants, typical of the era when the house was built, were sourced and planted, creating a living connection to the property's past. Throughout the cleaning and restoration process, the team made a concerted effort to document their work. Photographs and videos were taken at every stage, creating a visual record of the transformation. This documentation not only served to showcase the incredible before and after results, but also provided valuable information for future preservation efforts. As the project neared completion, excitement in the community reached a fever pitch. The once forgotten house had become a symbol of what could be achieved through collective effort and a shared vision. Local historians and preservationists praised the project as a model for community-led heritage conservation. The final reveal of the restored house was a momentous occasion. Hundreds of community members gathered to witness the unveiling, many of whom had watched the transformation unfold over the preceding months. As the last protective coverings were removed, gasps of awe and applause filled the air. The 120-year-old house stood proud once again, its beauty and historical significance fully restored. But the story doesn't end with the completion of the cleaning and restoration. The project has sparked a broader conversation about the value of preserving historical buildings and the power of community action. Local officials, inspired by the success of this volunteer-led initiative, have begun exploring ways to support similar projects in the future. The impact of this restoration extends far beyond the physical transformation of a single building. It has revitalized community pride, fostered new connections among neighbors, and demonstrated the potential for positive change that exists within every community. The once abandoned house now stands as a testament to the power of volunteerism and the enduring value of our shared heritage. As news of this remarkable project spreads, it serves as an inspiration to other communities facing similar challenges with neglected historical properties. It shows that with dedication, skill, and a shared sense of purpose, even the most daunting restoration projects can be achieved. The free cleaners who took on this monumental task have not only saved a piece of history, but have also created a legacy of their own. Their selfless efforts have ensured that this 120-year-old house will continue to stand as a proud landmark for generations to come, a living reminder of both the past and the power of community spirit in the present. In the end, this story of the 120-year-old abandoned house is more than just a tale of restoration. It's a powerful reminder of what can be accomplished when people come together with a common goal. It demonstrates that with passion, hard work, and a little bit of elbow grease, even the most neglected spaces can be transformed into something beautiful and meaningful. As the sun sets on this newly restored Victorian gem, one can't help but feel a sense of hope and possibility. The house, once a symbol of decay, now stands as a beacon of renewal, inviting us all to consider how we might contribute to preserving the rich tapestry of our shared history. It's a testament to the fact that sometimes the most valuable things in life are those that are freely given, driven by love for community and respect for the past. After a decade of neglect, the old house stood silent, its once vibrant walls now faded and crumbling. Weeds had overtaken the garden, and cobwebs adorned every corner. But today, something was different. A car pulled up to the overgrown driveway, and out stepped a young woman, determination etched on her face. This was Sarah, returning to her childhood home after years away. She had inherited the property from her late grandmother, and now, armed with tools and a vision, she was ready to breathe new life into the abandoned structure. Memory stuck to the front door, Memories flooded back. She remembered running through these halls as a child, the laughter of family gatherings echoing off the walls. Now, only silence greeted her. With a deep breath, she inserted the old key and pushed open the creaking door. The interior was a time capsule frozen in the moment her grandmother had left. Dust-covered furniture stood like ghosts of the past, and faded photographs hung crookedly on the walls. Sarah's footsteps echoed through the empty rooms as she surveyed the extent of the work ahead. In the kitchen, dishes still sat in the sink, a testament to the abrupt departure a decade ago. The wallpaper, once cheerful and bright, now peeled away in long strips. Sarah ran her hand along the countertop, leaving a trail in the thick layer of dust. Upstairs, the bedrooms told their own stories of abandonment. Her old room, with its pink walls and butterfly stickers, seemed like it belonged to a stranger now. The master bedroom, her grandmother's sanctuary, was untouched, the bed still made as if waiting for its owner to return. As Sarah made her way through the house, she began to formulate a plan. This wasn't just about cleaning and repairing. It was about honoring the past while creating something new. She envisioned bright open spaces where dark corners now lurked, and modern amenities alongside cherished heirlooms. The first order of business was clearing out the clutter. Sarah donned a mask and gloves, tackling one room at a time. Old newspapers, broken furniture, and items long forgotten were sorted into piles: keep, donate, or discard. It was a bittersweet process, each object holding a memory or a question about the life her grandmother had lived. As the rooms slowly emptied, the true bones of the house began to reveal themselves. Beautiful hardwood floors lay hidden beneath threadbare carpets, and intricate moldings peeked out from behind years of grime. Sarah's excitement grew with each discovery, imagining the potential that lay beneath the layers of neglect. The renovation process was not without its challenges. Plumbing that had laid dormant for years protested loudly when awakened, and the electrical system needed a complete overhaul to meet modern standards. But Sarah was undeterred, tackling each obstacle with the same determination that had brought her back to this place. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The transformation was slow but steady. Now fresh paint brightened the walls. New windows let in streams of sunlight, and carefully chosen furniture began to fill the once empty rooms. Sarah's vision was coming to life before her eyes. As she worked, Sarah found herself talking to the house, to her grandmother's memory. She shared her plans, her hopes, and sometimes her frustrations. It was therapeutic, a way of connecting with the past while building for the future. The garden, too, underwent a metamorphosis. Sarah unearthed her grandmother's old flower beds, coaxing life back into the dormant soil. She planted roses, her grandmother's favorite, alongside modern landscaping that complemented the house's new look. One of the most poignant moments came when Sarah discovered a hidden box in the attic. Inside were letters, photographs, and mementos that told the story of her family's history. These treasures found new homes throughout the house, integrated into the decor as reminders of the lives that had been lived within these walls. As the renovation neared completion, Sarah stood in the doorway, marveling at the transformation. The house was no longer a relic of the past, but a bridge between generations. Modern amenities coexisted with carefully preserved elements of its history. The hardwood floors gleamed, restored to their former glory, while smart home technology controlled the lighting and climate. The kitchen, once a snapshot of abandonment, now sparkled with new appliances and quartz countertops. Yet Sarah had kept her grandmother's old recipe box, displaying it proudly on a shelf alongside sleek cookbooks. In the living room, a state-of-the-art entertainment system shared space with her grandmother's antique reading chair, reupholstered but still holding the same comforting shape. Sarah's old bedroom had been transformed into a home office, the pink walls replaced with a soothing sage green. But a small shadow box on the wall held a collection of the butterfly stickers she had so carefully peeled away, a nod to the room's former occupant. The master bedroom, once frozen in time, now exuded warmth and comfort. Sarah had kept her grandmother's vanity, refinishing it to match the new decor. On its surface, she placed a framed photo of her grandmother, a silent guardian of the room. As the final touches were put in place, Sarah felt a sense of completion wash over her. This project had been more than just a renovation. It had been a journey through her own history and a way of honoring her grandmother's memory. The house, once abandoned and forgotten, now stood as a testament to the enduring bonds of family and the power of renewal. Friends and family were invited to see the finished product, and as they marveled at the transformation, Sarah felt a deep sense of pride. She had taken something broken and neglected and turned it into a home once again. The laughter that now filled the rooms was a fitting tribute to the generations that had come before. As night fell and the last guest departed, Sarah stood on the porch, looking out over the rejuvenated garden. The scent of roses filled the air, and lights twinkled invitingly from the windows. She smiled, knowing that while the house had been transformed, its heart remained the same. It was still a place of love, of memories, and now of new beginnings. With a contented sigh, Sarah turned and walked back inside, closing the door behind her. The abandoned house was no more. In its place stood a home, ready to create new stories and hold new memories for years to come. And somewhere, Sarah liked to think her grandmother was smiling, pleased to see life and love return to the place she had once called home.